Okay, so I continue here to record to you, Lucas, and thank you for being such a gracious host. And may God repay you because I have no money to pay you. The only thing I can possibly offer to you, Lucas, is my body and my soul, man. I mean, my services to you, my eternal gratitude, and that we may live together one day again. We'll come back to this earth again, and I'll be able to repay you. Maybe you rather that I don't have to pay you at all. You don't want to see me again. But I enjoy talking to you. I enjoy doing all these things for you, Lucas. And thank you so much for being such a gracious host, man. And you're so hospitable and so understanding, and for doing this, giving me an outlet to explain my case to you and the world. You know, that's the idea. And YouTube is asking me to do a trailer, so I'm supposed to do a trailer. I think where I'm supposed to say for about 1 or 2 minutes. I think what my new channel, YouTube channel, is about. So I'm gonna say that I'm an apocalypticist. And you know, that's what the channel is about. Me explaining about my life and how I became to be an apocalypticist and everything that has happened to me. So and this phenomenon that have tried to document online now through writing and now through the videos where I talk, and I seem to be walking through what I like to think is like a board game related to the Book of Life, as if I was somehow had a copy accessing some kind of knockoff copy of the Book of Life. So what I sense, because I don't really see anything, I don't see anything, thank God, because it's bad enough about what I feel, I suppose. If I were to see the horrific scenes of things to come, I think maybe as crazy as I am already, I will become even more crazy. So thank God, really, that God in his infinite wisdom has deemed it so that I don't see the horrific images or hear anything. I don't hear people screaming or anything like that, but what I do seem to get is some kind of sensation about things, like if the information was downloaded to me directly from the Book of Life, or the Akasha, what people call the Akasha, the Hall of Records, the whole, you know, I don't know, there are different books apparently mentioned in the Bible, the Book of Life, the Book of the Dead, the Book of Remembrance, I think I was reading in Wikipedia. So somehow there's this universal concept that people have talked about in different parts of the world, where somehow things to come have already happened. So it's like we're like really like a movie being viewed by somebody else. And that's we're in a timeline and we just move. Somebody's viewing this movie somehow. So the person viewing us, viewing this movie, already know what the ending is, just like a movie that we watch on TV or go to the theaters. We know the ending. So that's one explanation that has been given. Somehow we are on this movie, in this hologram, and somehow the possibility somehow exists also for some of those characters, like in the holodeck when Dr. Moriarty from Sherlock Holmes, and he fell in love with his lady friend, and they wanted to leave the holodeck. Okay, so imagine if you were able to leave the holodeck, then they can actually interact with the rest of the crew in their timeline. That's the idea apparently they were trying to convey. There's world news now, right now. There's TV. They're showing see stories that just tears at your heartstrings. This one starts at Chicago's Midway Airport, where Illinois National Guardsmen arrived yesterday. Yeah, they had been overseas in Kuwait for a year. Among those arriving, Timothy Gleason, father of four boys. Three were there at the airport. The fourth one is at the school despite his welcome home daddy sign. He didn't know his dad was going to get there yesterday until he saw him. I love that. The bear hug is pretty much the rest of the story. That is just the graders, the boy, there's the boy. Shows the boy. Gleason, yeah, there it goes. Jose's tomb is close to Jackie Gleason in Miami. Okay, there goes another coincidence. See how I try to even point to things that somehow have meaning in my life about things that I'm talking about. There, they present the guy arriving at the airport, and his name is Gleason, and he's giving the boy. They're having a moment together, give each other a bear hug. The boy is just over the moon seeing his dad again. I think they were showing like a 6-year-old boy or 8-year-old boy just dying to see his dad. So well, not dying. That there should be a different expression about that instead of people saying dying. Okay, he's just very he's raring to see his dad. Okay, anyway, the other channel got still the program about Australia and how the first people got to Australia from Indonesia maybe about 60,000 years ago. That's how they got there by boat, and how some of the animals got there also by boat. And but the unique story of Australia is that all those animals have been evolving in isolation for billions of years, really, since Australia split off from Pangaea or whatever, and the Antarctica, and they finally split up. The oceans opened up between them, and all those animals have been evolving down there in isolation since there was one continent when animals were all together in one continent. So that's why we see related genera of animals throughout the world, and then the uniqueness of Australia, because it's been isolated even longer, so we don't see the same kinds of animals in other parts of the world, the kangaroos and all that, the koala bear, yeah, and this little animal they showed, a blue little thing, and everybody eats them, I guess, but other animals eat it, and they spread seeds or something. It's a blue thing. You might be aware. Well, you're Australian, so you would know about this, right? I don't remember the name of it. Was that what they mentioned what they call the cassowary? Is that what you people in Australia call the cassowary? It says Australia's unusual creatures, including the kangaroo, which we all know about, and Joy the kangaroo, of course, and cassowary. I don't remember about the cassowary before. Convey a story of isolation. See, I say convey instead of convey. So that's my little accent. That if you watch my accent, if you study my accent, you will be able to see that I say certain things where you might pick up that I speak another language. It's very it's very practically unnoticeable, I think, now, because I lived in the I've lived. See, I didn't say I have lived. I've lived in the United States for 40 some years, 44 years, gonna be 49, 45 years. Oh wow, that's another thing. Oh wow, see, that's another, oh my gosh, I just realized that. So it's gonna be the 54th anniversary of the Cuban, well, it is the 54th anniversary of the Cuban Revolution, and I'm gonna be 59, and that means that I have been in the United States in June 45 years. Wow, unbelievable. There's another set of these numbers coinciding, related numbers. Numbers that have to do with my life, and I see it on TV. I see these numbers come up again and again. 45, 54, and some of the other numbers that I have mentioned before. But see, I would say, without realizing it, I said convey instead of convey. convey a story of isolation, change, and resilience. This is something that you are more aware of than many people, Lucas, because you speak Australian. You know, you drink Foster beer and things like that. So I'm very bad at doing accent. I cannot even do a British accent, even though people wonder what language I actually uh, speak, because I've been told that I have some kind of Bostonian or New England accent. As people say, you sure you're Cuban? How come you speak so differently? And that's because I have lived in different. I lived in Pensacola. I lived in Cuba, obviously. I lived in Pensacola. I lived in Texas, and I lived in California, and then I lived in Germany. So somehow I have picked up different accents from different places, and because I have learned mostly English from TV and the media, and also because of my teachers in Miami. Probably a lot of them were for transplanted Northerners. So you know, that's what I picked up from them. I picked up a sort of this somehow New England. I speak with some kind of slightly British accent, but I don't say British. I don't say British, but it's close enough. So people say, "You sure you lived in Miami, and where did you pick up your accent?" So yeah, that's how it happened. I'm in love with all these movies. Like I mentioned to you, Portrait of Jenny and things like that, which have a more New England taste to it. Oh, and in fact, by the way, there was something in the news. This Deanna Durbin died. She's not really very well known, but she had something to do with the movie that she did, I believe, or was going to make with Joseph Cotton, who played Evans. Evan in the movie Portrait of Jenny with Jennifer Jones, which I said to you that could be a beautiful remake of the movie Portrait of Jenny. If you would play Evan, Lucas, you want to play Evan, and Odette Annable could play Jennifer Jones' role of Jenny. It's a beautiful. She plays Jenny Applegate. See, I say Applegate instead of Applegate. See, so I have, yeah, so you're probably more aware than many other people of my accent because you yourself have an Australian accent and you're working at it, aren't you? You're trying to sound less Australian. You guys, Naomi Watts. Naomi Watts speaks a very beautiful Australian English. I love listening to her because I thought she was actually British. But she speaks a very distinct, very beautiful Australian accent, which is what I enjoy listening to more than when I hear somebody like Crocodile Dundee with his more heavy Australian accent. Sometimes it gets a little too much for me. Or the guy who died, Bindi's father, who used to do all those nature program. I forget his name. I'm sorry. The guy that got attacked died from doing what he loved doing the best, most, which is dealing with animals. Okay, so here I am. I'm speaking my head off, talking my head off, and it's 13 minutes again. So I'm going to cut it again because I make these long videos, and then they get truncated. So this is the only way that I can do it. And apparently I'm a little manic, if you want to call it that. But that's just my intense feeling, trying to relate my story to the rest of the world and to you, Lucas, who is such a gracious host. So thank you very much. And this is remember Vega, see the summer triangle. Okay, Vega is 25 light years from Earth, but 800,000 years to travel there. So it doesn't look like we're gonna make it anytime soon. So it's 13 minutes, 14 minutes. This is the fourth video, and I still have not sang the song, or even some of the songs that YouTube is recommending me, these songs and these movies about this beautiful gay love story. And here it is. Let me see. What's the other one? YouTube. Okay, look at this. Salvatore Adamo, Mi Rol, the sweetest gay love story ever. 2 years ago, it's got 2 million 818,550 views by Rufy17. It's only 3 minutes and 50 seconds. Oh, and then there's Dance Academy Season 2, Episode 11. But I'm trying to find one of your episodes. Lucas, you were only in Dance Academy in 3 episodes, is my understanding, and I love to see you dancing. And I cannot find any of your video of your the episodes where you appeared. And did you dance? You actually danced? That's why it's called Dance Academy, and you did dance. I would love to see you dancing. Okay. And then they're recommending to me also Basta Ya from Olga Tañón, which I have already sung. And She's Always a Woman to me, with lyrics from Billy Joel, and How to from Kim Kardashian, So in You Part Wig. And then there's free piano lessons from Cheryl Riddle. Hello, Cheryl, and your husband, and the people of Oklahoma. She's from Oklahoma. So hello, Cheryl Riddle. And she has all these videos. If you enjoy watching her videos, she's got this one. It says free piano lesson. 9 views. And it's only 44 seconds, not even 1 minute. And there's also Selena Gomez, Come and Get It, which I already posted. Official video trailer. And that's what YouTube is recommending to me right now. And then there's other videos, The X Factor, Andrea Bocelli, CWTW Supernatural, One Direction, with Niall Horan, Jackie Evancho, and Be Fit, new work, whatever, Be Fit, workout, I guess. Okay, so that's what's being recommended to me. And so I keep thinking of doing all these things, and these video segments are like 15 minutes. And I feel like I am talking my head off, and yet I haven't even begun to scratch the surface of everything that I want to say, because I'm a very talkative person. So Jose and I used to talk all the time. We enjoyed each other's companies tremendously, and that's what we did. We used to talk to each other all the time, and we used to drive around together. Something that I wish I could do with you, Lucas. I wish I could be of service to you, where I could drive for you. I could be your chauffeur, man. I would love to do something like that. I love driving. I love exploring, and I'm willing to go to the ends of the earth with you, man. I will go just like you said in the movie Monte Carlo, from Tuscany to the ends of the earth. Like I say, and Machu Picchu also. I will. You show me how to pitch a tent, Lucas. We'll go to Tuscany, where David is. Yeah, that's where I place one of the collages by the Uffizi galleries, where they had all the artwork. Myra, my sister, and I, when we went to Italy, we spent some nights in. We went to the Vatican and all that, and we went down to Sorrento, and we went to see Herculaneum and the ruins from after the explosion of Pompeii, the volcano in the year 69, I think. This was just before the Second Temple was destroyed in the year AD 70. We went to see all that, and we went to Florence, and we saw David. Unforgettable. Okay, so let me cut it here, because it's 18 minutes and 50 seconds, and I make these long videos, and then they cut them. Okay, so let me continue with the next one. I think it's better this way.